The idea is that if you are called upon to vote for politicians, this is giving consent to the way that things are. You are affirming that you agree with not only the political party that you vote for, but the whole system of governance. You are agreeing to all the past laws created by these government forms. If you think your vote, one vote out of millions and millions, makes a difference, statistically it doesn't. But for you personally, it does give your personal consent to the way things are. Is it going to make a difference in your everyday reality whether you give consent to the way things are or not? Maybe. In the past, you would say that's ridiculous. Why would it be a maybe? Because the times they are a changing, and many people have no clue about the Great Awakening being a spiritual awakening. And the spiritual awakening is, someone wants to say nebulous. It's not nebulous if you're actively working on it. You create your own reality, is what many people say in the consciousness movement. And if you want to create your own reality, perhaps you don't want to be tied to the group karma of the country or the state or city that you're voting in that election for. There is group karma associated with each of these political entities. And if you want to go your own separate way and not be bogged down by a bunch of people who aren't on a spiritual path whatsoever, you may well find yourself not voting because you don't want to agree to the lowest common denominator that they put together for you. How is that going to be expressed in your everyday reality? I'm not talking for a reason. When you come to the point where you've meditated so that you get internal quietude, you are speaking from the quiet inside of you. You're not referring to memes that you've learned and picked up and repeated along the way. Why does it matter? Because you have separated yourself from the crowd. You're going your own way, just like the old Fleetwood Mac song. But again, the question arises, how is it going to change you and your day-to-day life? It will if you force yourself not to vote. You still don't believe me. There is a group mind associated with these political shenanigans. And if you agree to be governed by the group mind, well, it's going to be much more difficult for you when, from the moment you walk out of the voting booth, the system of voting is archaic. It's so archaic. It's so old-fashioned. And the leaders that they are presenting for you to vote for are, generally speaking, not spiritually evolved people. Those are the ones who should be the ones given to guide communities, the ones who are the spiritual leaders, the most evolved humans on the planet, not the jackasses that we see all the time. Still, how is it going to change your life if you don't vote for one of these ones they've presented you with? Um, it's not going to be easy to come up with it in words. The simple fact is, myself, I did vote in the most recent elections that I was eligible to vote in. It's an option not to vote. Why did I vote in the last election? I muscle tested to see if I should. Do you know what muscle testing is? It's what the chiropractors use to determine if you're allergic to something. But it can be used for truth. If you muscle test for truth, you will get what is true for you. And I did, and I got, you're going to vote. And then when I got there, I muscle tested to see which candidate I was going to vote for. Who is the one that chooses when you muscle test? Life itself chooses for you. And what basis does life itself choose? I usually say the highest and best for all, but it may be something else. It may be more to do with, given the choices that are there, are we going to be seen to be part of the game? Right? It's a great game. It's a great play in consciousness, Ascended Master Sananda once told me. And part of the game is hidden from humans. What? Who is playing the game? Um, it's going to be difficult to explain it in this video, but it's not just the humans that are playing the game, planet Earth elections. It is also a lot of beings that are behind the scenes. Are they evolved? Maybe, maybe not. Nevertheless, they do interfere with humans. If you get sick, people that are in the human realm blame toxic things in the environment, bad food, bad genetics, bad luck. But the alternative reality is you are afflicted by beings that are hidden from you that do voodoo-like things to you. Am I going to vote in the next election? I guess I'll muscle test and find out on that day.